Hey y'all, welcome back to Bookshelf of Opinions. This is episode 4. I'm Elizabeth,
And I'm Hannah.
and we're excited for episode 4.
Yeah. Um,
Um,
we have nothing prepared for this episode.
no, because we're going back to our roots of
Yeah. The
chaos.
chaos of season 1.
I wore the sweatshirt our first podcast ever.
You did. Aw.
Yeah, around this time. I mean, kind of. Ish.
Actually? No, it would have been, I guess, 8 days ago.
Yeah. What have you been reading?
I finished the third book of the hockey romance
Okay.
little multiverse I was reading. The fourth book, I thought all of them were out. No, these are new ones. So the fourth book doesn't come out till 2025.
What a
Like
pain.
June or July.
Isn't it hard when those, not smaller books, but like those type of books aren't out
Yes.
yet?
And with these specifically, like they're not making me mad of how the stories overlap because I'm
Good.
actually reading them in the correct order and I don't fully know how the stories are supposed to play out. And you know how like you already know that they're going to end up together, but like none of these, like I know they're going to end up together. I just don't know how.
Is it the same couple over one series or different
No,
couples?
it's different
I
players
really
from
like
each
that.
team from the team.
I like that. That's how the Chestnut Springs are. I mean, that's Cowboys, but
But like this is just, and then I'm still reading Ninth House, but like
I mean, makes sense.
it's sitting to the side. But now I'm gonna read it again since I finished my little hockey romance
Gotcha.
moment. But what about you? What have you been reading?
Okay, so I'm on the third book now of the Naturals. It's called All In. So the
Okay.
second one took me such a long time to get into, but it was crazy, like insane.
Like in what way?
The plot of it all, like
Oh, okay.
one of the kids' dad. So there's a love triangle. It's between Michael, Dean, and Cassie. And Cassie's the main girl, and she's a profiler.
Okay.
Michael is an emotional reader, and he's kind of like your
He's
Logan
not the Spencer Reed
Tristan.
character.
No, he's kind of like your Logan Tristan character.
Oh, okay.
And then
Okay.
you have Dean, and Dean is like your Jess character.
Okay.
And Dean's family. I'm realizing his name's Dean. I just use a Gilmore Girls reference. I don't want this to
I
mess
know
it
when
up.
you said that at first, and I was like, Dean is nothing
No.
like Jess. And then
So Dean's dad is actually a serial killer, and that's how he became a profiler because he's had a gift
obviously.
for it. And Cassie and Dean are profilers, so they have that little connection. And then Michael's like this like
Cute.
prep boy. I like Dean. I like Michael, but like I like Dean. All right. And so the last book was about Dean's dad like had an apprentice, but Dean's dad was in prison, like serial killing and stuff. So it's like this whole trauma thing.
Oh, cute.
So this one is now there's all these different murders in different casinos in Vegas, but everyone is killed in a different way. So there's no consistent MO. So it's all by the same person. So far it's pretty good. Yeah.
Interesting.
Sky Shade came out today. Well, I mean, it will already be out by the time you listen to this.
My copy came in like
My copy came in, but I'm not home, and so I can't get it.
my copy came in right as I was leaving my house, and so I set her inside. I haven't unboxed her. or
I'm
anything.
actually excited for it.
I am too. Did you see that she announced that there's going to be two
Two!
novels?
Yeah.
And I've seen like the comments I've seen on it so far is people's thoughts is the fourth one is going to like solidify the ending, and the fifth one is going to be the spin-off on someone else's story.
Oh, interesting.
Except this person, I think their comments are wrong. They think she's going to end up with Grimm, and so that's how the book 4 is going to end, and like technically the series will end, and then book 5 will be Oro getting his happy ending.
Or it could be she ends up with Oro, and then book 5 is Grimm.
I know. I'm okay with that.
I'm not.
I am so okay with that.
Isla kind of annoys me. That's her name, right? Isla? Yeah.
Yeah.
She kind of annoys me, but I want her to be with Grimm because I like Grimm.
I want her to be with Oro because I like Oro. Ironic. I like the sunshine character, and you like
like the dark
character,
character.
night one.
Oro just in my head I always imagined be like 50.
No, in my brain, he's like the golden retriever type boy. You know?
Yeah, I guess so. He kind of looks like the Burger King mascot king. That's what I thought. Because he's like golden, right?
Yes, but like I think the golden is more like of a radiation, less of an actual what his skin is.
I saw a fan art from though, and I was like, "Oh, that's not what I thought."
See?
All right. What have you been listening to?
Musicals.
Nice.
I not blame Wicked. Wicked is what got me back into it.
Naturally.
And then because I have a playlist called Broadway Babe, which is just like main female lead songs. All, of course, like sopranos and high alto, whatever it's called, mezzos, sopranos. That's the low version of a soprano. And just lots of My Days from the Notebook musical. So good. So good. Also, I hated on Shrek the Musical so much, and I still do hate on it. But I Know It's Today, which is the song that the Fionas sing, So good.
Mm.
Anyways, and then back into my Dear Evan Hansen kit because we talked about Ben
Ah,
Platt, and I was like, obviously, I have to listen to some Dear
ah,
Evan Hansen.
yeah. We
Anyways,
were obsessed.
we were.
We
We
are.
still kind of are. Did you see his look for Wicked?
No?
He wore a green short suit because you know that's very him. And then his are they
Look at my
married now? Oh, it's a Wicked theme lock screen. Is are they married now?
Yeah.
Um,
Okay,
oh,
sorry.
sorry.
I'm
She
looking
showed
it
me
up.
her phone wallpapers. His husband was wearing
Yes.
a pink suit because they like, but short suit also.
Okay,
Because one of the
Ben.
TikToks I saw of like people rating outfits, they loved Ben's and they hated Noah's. And I was like, that's kind of fair. Like Ben's looks so good on him.
Okay, Ben's isn't a short
Oh, it's
suit.
in shorts.
No, it's white pants.
Oh, okay, that explains why they liked it and they didn't like the pink suit because
I'm
it's a
not
short
into
suit.
the pink shorts. They're also long shorts if you're gonna be a short
Yeah,
suit.
I don't know why you would wear shorts
No.
as. But can we talk about Jonathan Bailey's
I was
outfit?
just about to say that one.
So good. The silver shirt, the poppy, the
The
red shoes,
shoes.
all of it. 10 out of 10.
Everything about this, like Ariana and Cynthia, I'm using their first names. They have been they're just
Okay,
so
I
good.
loved this specific red carpet's looks.
Mhm.
But that's anyways, we can talk about that more in a
Yeah.
minute, I'm sure. Um, what about you? What have you been listening to?
Um I have been listening to a lot. Okay, so Wicked doesn't stop, as we're almost a week away.
Obviously.
Um a lot of Lumineers again. I have All Fly Away, that gospel song stuck in my head.
Okay. Okay.
Like just stuck in my head and I don't know where it came from. It was a great song.
It's better than the they tell me thing the whatever one I was singing earlier today.
Oh,
I can't
yeah.
remember what that's called. Is that Halsey or
Yeah.
no? Who is that?
I
Is
don't
that
know.
Haley Steinfeld?
I have no idea.
Anyway, sorry, that's my
There's
tangent. Back to you.
who's Haley Steinfeld?
She's in Pitch Perfect. She's in the third one. She's the Bard and Bella legacy.
Oh, yeah.
That girl. Is that her
Uh,
song?
I don't know because I
I
didn't
feel
know
like
she.
someone's gonna listen to this and be like, "You're stupid,"
Okay, I've
which they
also
wouldn't be
been
wrong.
listening to a lot of One Direction today.
In memoriam.
Mhm.
It's okay to feel your feelings.
Today's just the funeral. Why is like every day we film like a monumental day? when it hap-
Take a deep breath. It's because this
oh,
is how you process your emotions is talking into a microphone. Obviously.
that's why I had to have a microphone in my car.
We went to Target together after filming the last episode, and we're just looking at all the Wicked merch, and then bought the Wicked microphone that you can hook up to
Bluetooth.
Bluetooth and all of that, and then drove around singing for a little
And it
bit.
was quite an event
Yeah,
to get the screw open to put the
oh my
batteries
gosh.
in. No, not having scissors. We had
God
a
bless you
nail clipper.
having the nail clippers. I mean,
Yeah,
I knew someone who was in the store at the time and was like calling her to see if we could like cash app her to
yeah.
get a screwdriver for us. And then we ended up getting it open. I was like, oh, never mind. All because we wouldn't go back in the store for it and we were committed
No,
to opening it in the parking
yeah.
lot.
So now I have a pack of batteries in my car, and so my microphone is set.
I was saying, double A batteries come in handy sometimes, I feel like.
For sure, for sure.
For sure.
Mm.
Okay.
It's very foggy out in the mornings, like
It
Pride
is.
and Prejudice.
And last night, the fog was almost eerie. Like
Yeah,
scary eerie to be driving home in.
especially driving all the way down.
Lower Fayetteville?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Lower
Oh.
Fable. Yeah,
There's a lot of different ones of those, though. It's
but
okay.
like the other side that I don't normally drive on to get to the movie theater and stuff,
Yes.
and that's the way I've been driving to work now.
That's how eerie.
Yeah, and I was like, holy moly! Last night I was like, okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, this is a completely speaking of eerie things. One of my students today. Oh, 6 o'clock. That's a minute fast, actually. One of my students today, we were talking about reading because I got to take all the kids to the library,
Oh,
which just warmed my
fun.
heart. And all of them excited about books and their reading challenge. I was like, yes, you are. But I was talking to one of my girls, and she was like, reading Geronimo Stilton. And she's like, yeah, I really like it because I first had to explain the difference between nonfiction and fiction because she was at first like, I really like it because it's nonfiction. And I was like, no, it's fiction. And she's like, no, but they're talking mice. Like, it is nonfiction. I said, no, 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 no. Mice don't talk in English where we can understand them. So it's fiction. Fiction means fake. And so explain that. And she's like, I was like, what else do you like to read? And she's like, I like to read everything. She's like, I really like horror and like really scary stuff. And I'm like, girl, you're in third grade. But I'm also like, a young Elizabeth Duncan in the making. I immediately was like, I have to tell you this. And that's, I don't, Eerie made me think of this. And then obviously now that we're
That is
podcasting, I'm like,
hilarious. That would so be me.
oh,
Oh. I have a question. This is a dumb question, but I figure you would know. It has nothing pertaining to the podcast at all.
okay, of course.
Does it cost money to have a restraining order or to file a restraining order?
Technically, yes, because you're filing, or I think so, because you have to have someone to file it. Like you're paying them to
Mhm.
file it, not necessarily paying for the order, and you're paying for the maintenance of that order, if that makes sense.
You know how
Maintaining it.
expensive? I don't have
I
a
was like,
reason to
Elizabeth,
file.
this feels like something we should not be talking about right now.
I just never thought about it. So
I don't know, actually. I know some people who could use a restraining order, though.
interesting. Gotcha.
I really want to know. That's such a random question.
I just was
I'm
thinking
going to get
about
surf papers in a couple of days.
it. No, I was listening to a Crime Junkie episode, and
Oh, that makes
um,
sense.
oh my goodness, this Crime Junkie episode was crazy. This girl's name was Girly, just random,
You.
but
I
she
don't,
went
sorry.
missing, and her husband, her ex-husband, she had given up her rights to their 3-year-old son,
Oh.
and her ex-husband was trying to put up for adoption. And then the caseworker, after the mom went missing, was like being interviewed by the police. She's like, yeah, well, the dad told me that he was dying of leukemia. Actually, apparently he wasn't. And he also like showed up randomly with the 1-month-old baby to his wife because they couldn't get pregnant. And he was like, I am one of my friends gave birth and she can't take care of it, so we're gonna adopt this baby and everything, but didn't legally adopt it. And then the caseworker found out that he didn't actually have leukemia and that this was his like blood child. So he had an affair or something. And he told the caseworker, he was like, no, he was like, I this baby was grown in a lab for 9 months using my blood and like reptile shifting people, and you, in order to stay to your human form, you have to drink the blood of like women, but it's better if they've been like traumatized. So I was listening to this on my way home, and I was like, holy moly! And I haven't finished it yet,
None
but
of that makes sense, though.
exactly, he thinks this baby was grown in a lab, like not IVF, not anything like that, like grown in a lab.
Huh.
Anyways, I'll let you know how it
Let me know how
ends.
that, because I'm just like, so he thinks his child is like from a reptilian descent?
Yeah, but it's part of
But
him, but
it's,
it doesn't have a biological mom. But
but
that's not
then,
how that
but
works.
technically the blood of the traumatized woman would be the
But
blood.
that's what the blood keeps him from staying in his human form instead of shifting into a reptile form.
So many questions.
Yeah, and the
That
mom's
sounds like
missing.
such a good like psych case to like good case
Yeah,
analysis.
because
Like,
I was like, oh, it's just a normal like murder case, and all of a sudden I was like, wait a minute, this is conspiracy theories.
oh my gosh, that also just gives me
Yeah,
creepy. People are weird. People are weird.
they are weird. So,
Did you
anyways,
actually see the Sorting Hat at the movie?
oh no, I sat behind
Oh,
it.
well, I figured, but
I saw it when I was walking in. I was like, Lord.
I didn't see it until I was right next to basically, and he was like, "Oh, I was hoping you were going to get this seat," and I was like, "No." Technically, that was supposed to be my seat.
I
It was.
didn't know if he like paid for a seat for the Sorting Hat or not.
It did. He didn't.
Okay,
Because
so
so
it's
it was
your seat.
him, an empty seat, which that second empty seat was supposed to be mine, and then the Sorting Hat was like on the armrest between the two empty seats,
Why
and
would you? Awesome.
so I sat a couple of seats down, and then my dad sat down, and he was like, "Aren't we supposed to be a few over?" And I said, "Look past me." He saw the Sorting Hat, and he was like, "Good choice, good choice."
Good choice.
And then my dad leans forward to try and take a picture of it. So I like kind of adjust, and he's like, "No, Hannah, you're in the shot." And I'm like, "No." I said, "Hold on." Took my phone and I said, "Dad, let's take a selfie." And he's like, "No, I'm trying to take a picture of the hat." I said, "No, Dad, let's take a
I was gonna say,
selfie.
how did you get such a good?
Commemorate." Yeah. And so I said, "Okay, hold on. Let me adjust the lighting real quick since the theater zoomed in, made it brighter, held on to it." I said, "Hold on, hold on, hold on." And then we got it. And I got such a great picture. Sorry.
Yeah.
Harry Potter, Chamber of Secrets,
Yes,
watching in theaters right now.
yes. There were people in the theater, I think, were watching Harry Potter for the first time because they were like, "Oh my gosh, he got a howler," and I was like, either they're being extremely
I
sarcastic
think they're
or
being
not.
extremely sarcastic. I think there are so many super fans. Like when
That's what I was gonna say.
last week's there were enough little kids that I was like,
Hmm.
okay, you're for sure watching this for the first time. But this week I was like, we're
They were
all
like,
adults.
"Not Ginny," and I was like,
I'm like, you're
mm,
being sarcastic.
"Yeah,
It's my I love it watching it with those people though, because they're like laughing at stuff and I'm like, this is funny to watch back. And I'm
yeah."
like also feel weird. I also feel weird watching it all with my dad. And I'm like, there's Tom Riddle. there's Draco, who is a child, and I kid you not. That sounds so bad. Like, but because I'm thinking of adult Draco now, you
Like
know?
Half Blood Prince Draco.
Yeah.
Mm.
Don't. You were not going to be ready for me when Prisoner of Azkaban comes and I see Sirius Black. Anyway, sorry. I don't know what
I
that was
mean,
about.
I think that the men in Harry Potter are like every like reader girl's crushes.
1000%.
1000%.
My reader girl crushes are also the fan casting for the Marauders.
The fan casting's freaking amazing.
Oh,
Oh
it's
my
so
gosh,
good.
it's so
And
good.
the fact that they're kind of leaning into it, like
They
Ben
all kind
Vaughn
of
saying,
like
"Man, you
Andrew
are."
Garfield always talks about it. Aaron Taylor Johnson always like. Did you see he was on stage and all the young dudes played?
No.
Yeah, there's something in all of it. And I was like, excuse me? On the same day that Ben Barnes posted that video, and I was like,
Something needs to happen. Maybe the Harry Potter they're doing isn't actually a Harry Potter reboot. They're just saying it's a Harry Potter
it's
show
gonna
on
be
HBO
Marauders.
and it's going to be that. That I would be down for. And
That
then
would
they
be
have to
so
cast
dope.
the young Marauders. Then they've
Hmm.
got these who technically are like all basically the same
They're
age,
yeah,
but not. They can look young.
yeah.
That actually,
Just Andrew Garfield is such a good
Andrew Garfield is
Lupin,
phenomenal.
and then Sirius Black. Ben Barnes is gonna be such a good Sirius Black. All of it is so good. I just love Harry Potter. It's so
I
much.
forget how much I love it till I watch it.
I do
I also
too.
forget how long the movies are until I
Hmm.
watch them. Last night, I about fell asleep.
Oh, I almost dozed off a couple times too, which I felt bad because I love Chamber of Secrets. And the reason I realized it was my favorite, I was talking about this last night, is because like it's one of the plots where you don't it's you as it's happening, it doesn't directly tie to Voldemort until the very end. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? Like it has nothing
Like, you
directly
don't
to
know it's
do with him.
Voldemort until he literally says, "I am Lord
Yeah,
Voldemort."
and that's how Prisoner of Azkaban kind of is too.
Mhm.
Yeah, very much how that. Well, yeah, but you don't know. I mean, you can put pieces together. Obviously, it makes sense, but it's one of those things where it's like it's not Voldemort's actively attacking
If you know
Harry,
Voldemort
as you
is
know.
the primary antagonist, then
Yeah,
you're like, "Oh, well, everything happens
yeah,
is him. We just don't know it's him until he reveals himself
yeah,
at the end."
yeah,
And the same thing with, I guess, even Sorcerer's Stone.
yeah. I would say all the first
I
four
say you really
actually.
don't know it's him until because even in um
Well, I guess in the fourth one you do because you see the dark mark.
yes, but even then you see the dark mark, but that's it.
Yeah, that's
Because the
true.
rest of everything happens
You have
with
no
the
some.
Triwizard Tournament, and you don't
Yeah,
realize again
because he's not. Yeah,
because you assume the bad thing is just that Harry's in it, and
yeah.
then
And Harry
whoever
does
got
have
him
those
there.
dreams, but you just don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's true. I love Ron so much, and I think like
Ron is
little
so in love with Hermione from the
he
start. You can literally when she got out of the hospital wing at the end, and she comes running through them, and you see his face, and I'm like. And then Harry's pops out. I'm like, Harry's just the face of a best friend looking at his best friend. Ron is like, I love this girl, but I can't say anything because we're like
yeah.
13.
I love Ron. Like I think I've always loved him. That sounds so weird.
It's fine. You started loving him when you were a kid. He
I
was a
think as
kid. You're
like
good.
as a character, I like him a lot, and I'd love to see them when they're little. I just
Right?
forget how
They're
cute they are
such
when
good
they're little.
actors.
Yeah.
Like that was my mom's thing of last week's of seeing
Mhm.
Sorcerer's Stone. She's like, one, you forget how many like actual good, like real actors are in
Mhm.
this thing, and then of like all the adults being like having their own awards and everything. And then she's like, I just forget how the good the kids are,
Yeah, it definitely like has been hard for me to watch it and like
knowing they're like all not here anymore.
yeah, like Hagrid and McGonagall and Snape and Dumbledore. It's all like McGonagall was really hard for me watching it
Because
last
it
night. For
just
some reason, the first one wasn't hard for
the
me.
first one was harder because I think it was the first registration of like, oh, she's actually not
Oh,
here.
I don't know. Something about last night. I was like, but
But
I just love Harry Potter.
and
Like I truly love it.
I realized last night how Ginny Weasley I am when I have a crush on someone. Like she literally runs downstairs, says nothing, stares at him blankly, and then just runs away. I'm like,
No, I definitely
oh,
agree.
so I
Dude,
am Ginny.
I should have worn my Slytherin sweatshirt. I
It's literally as we were leaving last night, Lily was like, so are you going to ever wear any of your Harry Potter stuff to this? I said, first off, I can't wear my actual sweater yet because it says mischief managed, and we have not reached that point.
you
I
can't.
was like, I'm because it's Prisoner of Azkaban, right?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I thought. I was like, so when I said when we go to see that, I will wear that. And then I have a Harry Potter like fleece
Mm,
sweatshirt and joggers, but I'm like, it's Georgia. It's too hot for this, even if I'm going to a movie.
yeah, I have a Slytherin sweatshirt.
Should have worn it.
I really should, especially for last night.
Can you wear it and then slick your hair back, please? Please do a slick back, low bun. And then just do a British accent. Say, my
For
father will hear about this. And
I have blue eyes, so it works. For like 4 years now, for the past 4 Christmases, I have asked for a Weasley sweater with my initial on it. And
I
I
feel like I
always
know
am
this
like,
every year.
and I'm always like, I'm gonna get one year. I'm gonna get one. But, so what are you doing?
Nothing.
They sell them on Etsy.
It's crazy. It's like I almost just pulled up Etsy.
I would like I think a maroon one would be cute, but I would love a green one because my newfound knowledge of
Well,
green.
it makes sense also because you're a Slytherin.
Yeah,
Why would I get you maroon?
I don't know.
Okay. Oh, that one doesn't look. Oh, these are not. Girl, it'd be cheaper to hand make one.
Okay, Anna, you can hand make one.
Oh, yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna get a real Weasley sweater because it's gonna be me hand making it with magic, though.
Nice, obviously.
Obviously, I'm gonna practice the dark arts just to let it knit itself.
Okay, wow. I also like forget Gilderoy Lockhart is in the second one, and I just don't enjoy him. But he's like,
I don't like him at all.
but I love how everyone's like, "We'll let you deal with it then."
Mm-hmm.
I also realized watching Harry Potter, I revert into a British accent like it's like I don't have a British accent at all. I am born and raised in
Like Elizabeth,
Georgia.
you don't even have one right now. Like it's not even a jokey British
But
accent.
no, but I realize when watching it sometimes I will catch myself talking it, not trying to make it sound funny, just because I love it so much, and I always imagined like being in Hogwarts,
Mm-hmm.
so that I'll talk like them, and I'm like, you can't be out in public and actually say something in
No.
British, because in my head I
Or you
talk
have to commit
British.
to it the entire time.
Yeah, in my head I talk with a British accent,
Oh well, yeah, that's normal.
but
Wait.
so. But I was like, oh Lord, I'm gonna start talking. But also, I just love sitting at the theater and quoting the quote. It's
Mhm.
fun.
I just realized how much of my humor comes from Harry Potter, and I'm like,
How much you
Dumbledore,
what?
humor. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, Dumbledore, Snape, dry humor, weird side glances, just making things a little bit awkward. That's my
Mm-hmm.
humor.
Wow. No, how the amount of times Harry says Voldemort killed my parents. Like everyone knows that, bro.
Obviously.
Everyone knows it.
And the way he just tries, I love in the first movie, they're all like, oh, it's Harry Potter. And then they get to the second, and they're like, okay, it's Harry Potter.
Yeah, they're like
Like,
big deal.
okay, he's a boy who lived.
Make room for Cedric Diggory.
Hey, freaking man. Anyways, I also love literally when Hermione was like, even in the wizarding world, it's not good to hear voices. And he was like, Harry was like, should I tell somebody that I'm hearing things? And I'm like, yes, miscommunication trope at
Yeah,
its
the
finest.
fact that he didn't tell Dumbledore, I was like,
Like, bruh,
bro.
we could have skipped a whole bunch of chapters.
Yeah,
Which I mean, I realize takes away from the whole story, and they're kids, so obviously they're scared to tell the adults because on da da da.
yeah. And I love how Harry, if Dumbledore has no fans, then Harry must be dead because like
For
Harry
real.
is like Albus Dumbledore is the greatest wizard, and he's
Like for sure.
what
No, if
that kid is
Hagrid and
committed.
Harry are both dead,
Yeah.
let's be real.
Yes. Yes, that's true. I forget how much the age visually growth of the second to third is because I'm thinking about it, I'm like, oh dang, like the third one they're gonna
They're
look
gonna
so
grow up
old.
because even just first to second, I'm like, you're not like kids anymore.
No.
Also, I just have a question. Hagrid, how old is he supposed to be? Because if he was a student 50 years ago
Mhm.
when all this took place, student, based off of that little clip we saw, I would assume he's like 15 or 16.
But remember, he's half giant, so he looks taller than he is
That's
age.
true. So even then, he's
But
12.
giants don't age the same as wizards. I would say he's a solid in his.
Because I was like, originally, then he'd be like in his 60s.
Yeah, I
But
would say he's
also,
in his 60s.
how do wizards age in regard to muggles? Like, do they
The
age?
same way.
That's what I thought, but
But they visually age the same way, but they can live much longer. Like Dumbledore's really old.
I was going to say, I was like, And then I want to know how old like McGonagall is, and
Mhm.
but then Snape makes total sense based off of when like Harry's parents would have died
Mhm.
to when, but also Harry's parents when they died look so old, and I expect them to be like 19.
They're 21, Hannah, when they die.
I
Like
know, but they
we're
look like
so
27 to 30.
yeah, that's the casting part, but
Yeah. Oh my gosh. I just
what?
realized at this point in life, you would have like given up. We would have defended a kid if we were them
Yeah.
and gone against the Dark Lord.
Mhm.
Wow.
Yeah. Man, I love Harry Potter so much. Also, Prisoner of Azkaban is such a good fall one.
Yes. I'm so excited for it because that's
Me
three,
too.
right? I
Yes.
always forget. Like I know them, but I don't at
Uh,
the same time. You know?
I feel like people overlook Half-Blood Prince a lot because um Order of the Phoenix is such a different one with Umbridge, which
Mhm.
on Order of the Phoenix is good, but like
Umbridge
I
annoys me, maybe even more than Lockhart.
oh
I would hope
yes.
so, but he's also just
Yeah. Um but I love Half-Blood Prince. Like I will die on that hill.
Prisoner of Azkaban might be my favorite.
That one is such a good one. All of them are so good.
There's all of them are good for their own reasons. I just love though Lily's favorite and the only one she will ever watch is Goblet of Fire.
Really?
She won't watch the rest of them. She not that she doesn't like them, they scare her and she just doesn't like them. But
Mm.
she is like, when y'all go see Goblet of Fire, let me know. I'm like,
And Goblet of Fire is good, but I feel like that's a big
it
fan
is good.
favorite, I think.
Yeah, it's a good because I mean there really isn't anything overly like not that they're scary,
Yeah, but that
but
one's
there's
it's a
nothing overly
different
like creepy crawly.
yeah, it's a different plot.
Yeah.
I also forgot like the animation of Dobby in the first one is so different than the animation of Dobby in the last ones because of progression of time.
Yes.
And I'm like, oh,
I also just forgot that the whole Argon, the spider,
um,
Eric,
Aragorn,
I was like, I don't. It's something.
Aragog.
I forget that whole plot is in the second
Oh
one.
yeah.
It happened, and I was like, what? What do the spiders have to do with anything?
Hmm.
Anyways, sorry, that was a very long Harry Potter tangent.
That's
But we
okay.
also don't talk about Harry Potter on here over a lot. Like it gets mentioned on
No, we really
occasion,
don't.
but besides you wanting to take Ron Weasley, like it never gets mentioned.
I love Neville
He's so precious.
and like yeah,
I'm like, I know I
Dean
would have
and
been friends with him at that
Seamus
time.
and yeah.
Like I would not have been friends with the Golden Trio, but I would have been friends with Neville.
I would love to think that I would be friends with like Dean and Seamus
No, because you'd be a Slytherin.
Okay,
Okay, let's be
yeah.
real though. Would you actually be a Slytherin?
Yeah, because I think so. Because if you look at the traits, they're not bad. And remember how and Dumbledore said in the last one, how he's like, you have this determination and all this stuff, but you also have. So Dumbledore was painting it in a good light. I'm a Slytherin or a Hufflepuff. I'm both.
I was gonna say, Dumbledore was painting it in a good light of like you can have these things, but
Mhm.
it's the actions that define
Yeah.
it and the want to do something. I feel like that's the difference between them is like the want to do something good,
Hmm.
and I don't. I mean, you might want to just kill a whole bunch of people. Who
No.
knows? So I feel like that's what pushes you away from it. Like like you carry the attributes, but then it's the action at the end of it that
Yeah. Yeah. And it's like, but that's all the same. Like, not all Slytherins are bad. That's the
yeah,
whole point of
that's
Cursed
just the
Child, which I don't really consider, but on the domestic side of Cursed Child, yeah,
true.
of Draco teaching his kid to be respectful to the Potters and that Albus, Harry's son, can be okay being a Slytherin.
Yeah, that's true.
I also like snakes though on the green, so I think it
I would
makes
say there's
sense.
a lot of things that make sense for you to be a
Yeah.
Slytherin. I was just in practicality, I was like, huh.
Yeah.
But I guess there can be good Slytherins. You'd be the first good Slytherin.
Thank you. I could be related to the Malfoys with my hair and my eye color, so.
All I'm saying. Be like that one girl on TikTok who is freakishly like Draco.
Yeah.
I'm like, for sure, you just dye your hair and keep it like
Hmm.
that to keep
Hmm.
it this, but
Have you
still.
seen that trend where people do Narcissia Malfoy hair, and I like so badly think it would be so fun, where they'd like dye the underside of it black and the
Hmm.
top half is like blonde, and obviously like that would look impractical in life, but I think if I was a cool person, it would look
You
cool.
are a cool person.
But it
Also,
doesn't work with my
don't do it.
daily life.
Don't do it.
No, it's
Well,
very
not even with your daily life.
it's very
I don't know. It sounds bad
Frankenstein.
to see like that just doesn't seem like you, but
Yeah. But I think also being a Slytherin ties in with my reasoning of resonating with Alpha. But you know what I'm saying? Like those type of things.
yeah, I could see that. Elphaba
Misunderstood.
would be a Slytherin.
She would.
Linda would be
Hufflepuff.
Hufflepuff.
One of the biggest debates I always hear people say is like, why is Cedric in Hufflepuff? But it is because of his heart,
I was
you
gonna say
know?
it's not
I feel
bad
like Hufflepuff gets this bad credit of just being for like
good
the
kids.
outside
Yeah.
kids, and I'm like, it's not at all.
They have the good natured heart that
Mm-hmm.
the Gryffindors don't have.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for Luna to come in. That she's in the fifth one though.
She's one of my favorites.
She is so good. I relate to Luna a lot.
That makes sense.
Yeah, I love her because she's like extremely dark minded and not
But
well
in like a
minded.
cute, bubbly way.
Yeah, exactly. So me. I would like to think.
Yeah.
But
You're extremely dark minded.
I also think I love Order of the Phoenix too because you have the no Order of the Phoenix. You have the whole thing. Wait, is it Order of the Phoenix?
Tell me what the whole thing is.
The thing with Lavender Brown and Ron. That is Order of the Phoenix. It is.
Sure.
No, it's not. I don't know which one it is. It's Half Blood Prince, I think. Yeah, it is because of Slughorn's party and McGregor. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Lavender Brown, that storyline, I freaking hate it.
Fair.
But Braun can't help it because he has freaking love potion.
Oh, that's sorry. I just realized who you were talking. It like just fully
Yeah.
clicked who you're talking.
Yeah.
God.
But you know one thing? It's still on a Harry Potter tangent.
Yeah, just keep it going at this point.
Have you seen the alternate ending in Deathly Hallows where Harry falls out of Hagrid's arms? It's not like produced or anything. And
No.
Draco like tosses him a wand and Draco like runs to the other side and helps the students. I'm gonna show you after because it's one of those things like I cry watching because I wish so badly instead of him and his parents leaving Hogwarts, you know, before the battle.
Mm-hmm.
Because Draco like chose to leave his family and throw Harry his wand to protect himself, you know.
Yeah.
I'll
That
show
would have
you.
been
I
a good
cannot
ending.
believe you haven't seen
It's
it.
the same way when you sent the one of that they should have put in a Dudley like forgiving or being like, "I see you, Harry," or whatever. I was like, we need the character arc from him.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just freaking saved your life from a Death
Mm-hmm.
Eater, but that's fine. Don't acknowledge him.
No need.
It's fine. He doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Well, there was something I wanted to say like 5 minutes ago, and it wasn't necessarily Harry Potter related. I don't think. But now I can't remember what it was.
What a shame.
I'm sure it'll come to me. Isn't it just fascinating how like our brain remembers we forgot something but doesn't remember what we forgot?
Yeah.
I also feel like I say that so much.
Sometimes I feel like my brain's tricking me.
For sure. My brain's like, you want to hear it? You want a joke? Let's forget some things real quick.
Yeah.
Which sometimes it's okay.
Yeah.
But really, what are we talking about that spurred this? I don't know.
I feel like Thanksgiving's really late in the year. It technically is.
I was like, I don't feel like it's ever. It's the fact that December starts on Saturday after, Sunday after, Saturday after,
Yeah.
Sunday after.
Which that gives you, obviously, set up your Christmas stuff.
Mm-hmm. Which is great for those people. But at the same time, I'm like, it could be like a week earlier. But I also know that's how it falls. And not much we can do about that. I really want to know. Sorry, my brain's just now
No,
going to be
you're
stuck on
fine.
that.
I have a hard time with holidays that don't have an actual consistent date. It's based on the time, like Easter and Thanksgiving, and which is
I can
fine.
never remember when they are.
Yeah, it's just I just can't keep up with them.
No. Which I appreciate. I get why we don't give them consistent dates. And I know with Easter, it's when it's after the spring equinox, so many days after something before, like there's.
But it's uncomfortable when it's in March.
Yeah. I like it when it's in April. If it's in March, it gives me the creepy crawl. Not creepy crawlies, that sounds bad.
It feels awkward.
It just doesn't feel like spring, Easter. But it's not about that. It's about Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. So.
Here. I don't know
get
why I
over that.
said here.
That's usually when you just feel like, Amen.
Amen.
Hallelujah. Anyways.
What a fun episode.
Talking about witchcraft and wizardry, Jesus.
What's that thing where it's like, I'm reading about dragons and witches.
I know what you're I don't
I
want to end the
pre-ordered
episode.
Onyx Storm.
You did?
Yeah.
I still haven't pre-ordered it. I'm scared too,
I decided
honestly.
to do, and I accidentally pre-ordered the special edition with the sprayed edges, which I'm not mad about. It was the same price.
Accident.
Well,
Wait, it is?
yeah, it was
But does it come out the
$19.
same day?
Yeah, it was $19.
Oh, I know what I'm about to do. Okay. Okay. Nope. I don't need to spend money.
Hannah,
I have a gift card at home.
I cannot wait for the Barnes and Noble day when they had like the buy two. So we have to go to
Yes.
get
Because
hard
also,
copies.
I said, when's there 50% off hard copies again?
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, okay. I thought you
But I don't know when that is, but we have to go.
we do, factually. Sorry. I'm a little sleepy. I made coffee whenever I got home from work, and I've been sipping on it all
Oh,
afternoon
I
and
should have
evening.
had coffee.
I forget you drink coffee sometimes. I don't know why. It's just one of those
I'm not
things.
a consistent coffee drinker. Are you more of a red Christmas or a green Christmas?
Both. I think I like red Christmas with accents of green. I don't actually know.
I'm more of a green Christmas.
I've never thought about it.
I love like Victorian like cottagecore Christmas with like the dried orange garlands
That feels very you. Like
and
Little
bows and
Women
Little Women.
Christmas also.
Yes. Little Women is such a good movie to watch at Christmas time.
Yes. I typically lean towards whatever you deem as classic Christmas. Like if it feels like it was in your grandmother's house for 30 years, then that's probably what I also want.
I'm sorry.
I'm sorry.
Lily just sent me a screenshot. I'm going to send it to you.
Okay. I saw your face and I was but I didn't know if it was podcast appropriate to ask about.
Gavin Castellano. Look at it.
It hasn't come through yet. Is he in Georgia?
No.
Is he engaged? Is he married? What?
That's not like a joke, right?
No. I think, hold on, let me pull it up. Because technically, remember what happens is when do they get married in the books? I mean, I don't think that's a joke. That feels like a
They
very,
don't actually.
I know, but maybe they do in this. Because it would be, hold on. Oh no, that's like real.
Yeah.
What the heck? Talk about a hard launch. Did we even know he had a girlfriend?
No. Did we?
No, we didn't.
And her name is. Okay, well, her last name is changed to.
Her name was. Oh no, she's already changed it.
I think this is legit.
It's for sure legit. It'd be a weird prank if not.
Is he old enough to be? I can't.
Yes, because he's like our age.
Yeah.
Ew. Wait, that makes me so. He's one of those people that I'm like, I know I never would have had a chance. But at the same time, would have been okay.
Oh my goodness. I'm so glad we were recording when this.
Oh my God. Oh, I'm so happy for him. And the fact that his song that he posted it with is a worship song just makes my heart so much happier for him.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't realize it was actually playing. So I texted that same screenshot to my Lily and she said, "What?" in all caps, "When, huh?" And then she said no with multiple crying faces emojis as if she's not in an active relationship.
Me and your Lily send each other his post all the time.
That makes sense. Wow. This is like groundbreaking. This feels like a live news update, except y'all aren't going to see this till Saturday. And wow. I don't know why. That just makes me kind of want to end the episode now.
I'm happy. I'm not sad, but
I'm not sad.
I'm shocked. I feel like I need to process it.
It feels weird. Like I always feel weird when those people are like overly personal about celebrities, and I'm like, you don't actually know this person. But then
then don't talk to me.
Then. But then there's the ones that are like our age, and I'm like, I feel like I know you, but I know I don't. I only know what you've been in.
I'm reading all the comments. Someone said, "Wait, was I missing something?" This is all like in caps, and then someone said, "Okay, hard launch."
No, for real. Like I'm proud of him. What's the one Taylor Swift lyric? It's like about basically keeping it Private doesn't mean it's a secret.
Roman. I don't know.
Hold on.
Someone said, I think I missed a chapter. Someone said, Jer Bear?
Oh,
The picture he posted is really cute, though, the first one.
I know, it's so pretty.
I mean, they're all so pretty, but like, what? I mean, this is legit. How old is this man?
Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's.
I'm gonna follow his wife then.
Yeah, you are.
Oh, okay. They've been dating for a while.
Has she posted about him?
No, but she has a highlight on her stories that's a white heart, and it's all pictures of him, but you don't see his face, but you can tell it's him with the
Oh,
rings, the hair. Like, excuse me,
oh,
ma'am.
that's for sure. Okay, so they really said,
Him playing volleyball.
"Aw, that's so cute, though."
Oh, she is so pretty. Look.
Aw, oh, now I'm so happy for them, as if I know them.
The way I know it's him based on
Oh,
his hands with his rings.
privacy sign on the door and on my page and on the whole world. Romance is not dead if you keep it just yours.
Ah.
Anyways, that's not what I was actually thinking, but same difference.
Her first post or story about him was May 23rd, 2023. So it's been
Oh,
a
so it's
while.
been a good. Okay.
Now, does he have something on his page that I missed?
I wonder.
He has no highlights.
Which is probably fair. I wonder. I doubt he has anything or would have
The
anything.
way I'm like, does the cast know? Were they there?
I hope they were. I hope at least. Why can't I think of his name? Who plays Conrad? Why can't I think of his name?
Christopher Briney.
I hope he was there.
Christopher Briney.
Christopher Briney.
Not Chris Briney is his name, but remember Mean Girls, it was Christopher Briney.
I hope he was there. I don't know why, but I just feel like that's what makes more sense than Lola being there.
Yeah. I also, the actor who played Steven, because I know that they all played volleyball together, you know?
Yeah. It would make sense
I'm
if they
saying
were
this
there.
as if I'm one of their friends.
For real.
Oh, I'm gonna have to tell my coworkers because they watched the show and they're reading the books.
They also got married, like, I guess filming is wrapped?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Whew.
So many questions. So many
I'm
questions.
shocked.
And I have no thoughts. I have no words.
But Chris Briney has been dating his girlfriend for
I
a
say
long time.
we've been known his relationship, and
Mhm.
we're good with that.
Oh yeah.
How old is Gavin actually now that I'm thinking about it? Sorry, Gavin Howard Castellano.
He's from Texas. I know that.
Oh, he's 25.
Oh my!
I think he's 6'2".
Is he?
According
I
to
think
Google.
Chris Briney's like 27, like a little bit
He is
older.
26. Only
Okay.
a year older.
25. Okay, that's a very reasonable age to get married.
Yeah. Lola, 22. She is our age. Oh my
She's-
gosh. She's 10 days younger than me exactly.
Oh, did you see that the actress that played Laura Jean got married?
Yes.
And the girl
who
was
played her best friend was there
in the
at the
wedding.
wedding, and it was so great. Let's see. The dude who plays Steven, now I'm just kind of intrigued. 24.
24. Oh, okay.
Okay. The dude who plays Cam Cameron doesn't
Wow.
have a birth date, but
Sadness.
he's born in Brooklyn, New York. He's 5'11". Anybody else? Anybody else? No? Okay.
No.
Just a friendly reminder, Walker Scobell, 15. He's only 15. He feels like a baby still.
I feel awkward talking about him. I think he's a great Percy Jackson.
He's a great Percy Jackson.
Yeah.
Did you see the one reel or TikTok? Maybe I sent it to you of a dude, and he's like, "I think I'm gonna go as Percy Jackson this year for Halloween."
Yes.
And he like, and then he was like, "Wow, costumes are so realistic," or whatever. And then it's Walker's.
And then there's Charlie Bushnell or whatever. He plays Luke in the series, and he's the everyone fan cast for Wes, and he read the audiobook. He does the audiobook of Wes's part in Nothing Like the Movie. And when I'm telling you, I listen to some of the audiobook and I'm listening to his voice. And granted, he's like 17. So he's close to Wes's age in the first one. I'm like, to me, he's not who I
Oh,
imagined for Wes, but I think it's fine.
I
I think,
imagine more boy.
and curly hair,
Mhm.
wavy hair.
I imagine more of a brunette Walker Scobell in a way, with the
Yeah.
curly hair
Yeah.
specifically, and just
Do you
like
know who
the
Jack Champion is?
no
That's who I imagine. He was in the Scream movies.
Charlie Bushnell, 20 years old,
He is, no. That is
2004, June 16th.
disgusting. He's like 5 years older than
Uh-huh.
Walker Scobell. Look up Jack Champion.
Jack Champion.
20. I say that disgusting. That's a year younger than me.
Oh, I see Jack Champion in that role. 19.
He's 19. That feels weird that he's younger, but he is who I see a
I
lot of.
could see it. He's got that boyish look
Yeah, he
still.
was in one of the most recent Scream movies.
Oh, I was like, I thought you said screen movies at first, and I was like screenplay reading. I was like, but I didn't think they
No.
were actually at that point. And then I
Yeah.
heard Scream,
Yeah.
and I was like, oh, it makes
Oh
sense.
my goodness. I feel kind of shocked still. I don't know why.
About the marriage or about Charlie Bushnell being 20?
The marriage.
Wow. Go, Gavin.
Proud
And
of him.
Cheyenne, is that the wife? Look at us. Well, I don't know what else to talk about.
I don't either.
This really wasn't that chaotic of an episode for us until the end. It was just a
Yeah.
lot of Harry Potter.
Besides me asking about a restraining order.
Oh, I forgot about that. You should have just let us forget about it, Elizabeth.
Well, I redact that statement. I
Nope,
apologize.
you've already made the statement.
We'll have to make a whole other episode that's a formal apology. That's what we tend to do.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've been very tame this season. I'm on my best behavior.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh yeah. No, there's something you said last episode.
What did I
No,
say?
I'm gonna tell you after this. I can't repeat it.
No, wait, what did I say?
No, I cannot say it. I will not say it.
Okay, that's fine. You can repeat it after. Now I'm trying to think. I'll go ahead and I'll admit it. I don't listen to our episodes.
I do.
I
but
try to, but then I don't like listening to myself talk. Even though I love hearing the sound of my voice when I talk. Anyways.
I like to listen to it, but they're not us. They're some other people, and I'm like, wow, these people are really cool.
Oh my god. Wow, Elizabeth thinks we're really cool guys.
Yeah.
Well, on that note, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
And we will see y'all for episode 5.
See ya for episode 5.